what I will be doing is just setting this to top dead center, put these marks up top, make sure it lines up with the crank. This way, once I take off the timing belt and everything, everything's already organized. So this has a point up, and the crankshaft pulling this keyway has to line up with that mark on the back of the oil pump, that little arrow down here. So this one has to line up with it. So now I'm just going to start taking off all the bolts for the mount so I can remove the whole unit, because I have to take off the cam gears along with the shield in the back in order to get to the camshaft seals. Now I want to start focusing on taking off the actual belt. So I'll just have to take this off. This is a 10. This is basically the tensioner for both the timing belt and the balance shaft belt. And these are all the balance shaft slash oil pump assembly. Okay, this is the keyway that actually keeps everything organized so it doesn't fall out. So just always make sure you keep this around, because it fits into this groove right here. Before. Belt look fairly new, so it look like they just swapped over to a new belt. But because everything's leaking, I have to change it anyway. Okay, see what the pulley here is also damaged. It's pressed in, so I guess whoever was doing it had pried on it before, so it's not flush. It's actually releasing grease. So now I just gotta take this one off. Then we can take the whole cover off and get access to these. Okay, so we have everything elevated. Took out the oil pan, took out the oil pump, the pickup, and I'm just going over everything. It's very dirty. So this is a view from the back. Found a few more areas that's leaking. Have to change these two hoses now. Yes, everything's gonna get washed once I put everything back together. But yeah, so I'm gonna start just clean over here, brake clean it, put everything on, and these are the seals. They're definitely effed up. So yeah. So we cleaned up the surface. This is the new water pump. This is the Continental kit. This might just be me, but generally when I'm putting on the water pump or anything that requires a seal, I always put a little bit of Honda Bond on it. Just a little, you know, skim coat. But to me, it is always a little extra security. So some people may not do it, but I always do. And don't forget this portion. It's a little rubber seal seat, I guess. But it's needed. You have to put it on before you put the pump on, or else you can't put this back on after that. So with it on, like I said, it was just a light coat I put on it. I'm just gonna install this. So this is the oil pump. You have to change the balance shaft seal and the crankshaft seal. But first I'm gonna clean this up because this is filthy. Okay, so I cleaned it up the best as I could. I changed the crankshaft seal, the balance shaft seal. Remember, when you take the oil pump off, you have to get this little O-ring right here and this one right here. You have to change these or else you're gonna have big problems. So as always, Honda Bond, around here lightly. Well, not so lightly, you know, a good seal. You gotta line up this little keyway so it slides on. So this is the gear you gotta put on, and this is the washer. It has a keyway, so we gotta slide it on. Okay, in order to tighten this one, there's a bolt here. You have to take this out, stick a screwdriver inside, and it'll prevent the balance shaft from spinning. It also has a washer. Here, you take this, take it out, put a long screwdriver in there, and it'll prevent this balance shaft from moving. So now you can actually tighten it down. Clean it up, add a little bit of Honda Bond on it, just a little bit. So now we just slide it on. And gotta put this shield on. Just spray all this down, probably tomorrow, wash it off. Right now I'm gonna put the oil pan back on, so this way I can start taking off the transmission, the clutch, and do the rear main seal on the back. Now I'm just gonna start working on taking off the transmission. There it is. Transmission is off. Yeah, cakey. Brake dust. Sorry, a lot of clutch. Tell me
pretty lies. Look me in the face, tell me that you love me.